Hey, what's up? What's up, reprobates? It's me, man. It's Spank Tutor, man. How y'all reprobates doing, man? Came online to refer to something that was in my comments today. My comments are always usually interesting. Other people comment boxes, they're interesting too. I chime in on there sometime as well. Been seeing the squirrels out today. I got out here a little bit late today, and he was left out at night. So maybe he ran him a little bit or whatever. Like I said, I try to keep him away from the birds a little bit. I know the prophecy behind that, so I get him a little break, you know. Because when they get their real break, you know, I already talked to y'all about that. That's not my truth. This is in the even the sorcery field, whitewashed, what y'all call the Holy Bible, which is really the book of the prophets. But yeah, he's tired. He's just laying down. He woke me up earlier. Went to where he know I be at and came around barking. That's cool though. I saw a news flash, an alert on my phone was talking about Drew Brees, so that's coincides what I want to talk about. You know, I talk about what I want to talk about, especially these dogs, and I just tell the truth. You know, the truth is all we got when it comes down to it. So with that said, it was a question about with my homeboy, which he handled it in himself very well, because that was very ignorant with the guy foolery. He's bugging like a fool. He's bugging like a fool, man, these last days and time. It's sad about the tribe of Judah. It's not sad, it's pitiful. It's not sad. It's pitiful. But my homeboy was talking about game and prey drive. And it's sad. It's not sad, it's sick and pathetic, because his master has already addressed to him what game and prey drive is. And you know how their masters are, they give them enough to keep them going and tell them the truth, but you know, they still keep that reprobate self-hatred and falsehood spirit in them. But there was a stupid comment that he made, homeboy. He's bugging like a fool, you know. We let him go by, man. We're from NC. We are the game. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. They know that. But it's just like their masters already expressed to them, you know, about game and prey driving. Their master was right about that. Conquistadore. He was right about that. Puny canine. And game is just the willing to compete. Just like his masters already schooled him up on, but he won't take that reprobate out of him. It's just they get little pieces of the truth, like they did with the Son of the Most High. You know, they tell you about the story and tell you how it's supposed to go, but the reprobate spirits in them and indecency, because there's nothing decent about a reprobate. Nothing decent about a reprobate. But that's what game is, man. Your dog is game. I'm talking to Carolina Sheba, you know what I'm saying, out in Rocky Mount, you know what I'm saying? Your dog is definitely straight game. I've already expressed that with you, homeboy. Straight game. Straight game. You got the emotion. Your dog is straight game because he's willing to have the prey drive. That's all game is willing. For example, we're going to talk about LBJ, LeBron James, and Mr. Drew Brees, who's out here from the Dirty Six. Doesn't surprise me what he said. Maybe my dog woke me up, came to the spot over there where he know I'm at, and when woke me up, you know, he woke me up in the spot. You know what I'm saying? He know where I be at in the inside. He come woke me up. You know, Drew Brees has game. I used to work near his high school where him and Nick Foles went to school. I did maintenance work out there. Made a pretty penny out there doing that for almost a year and a half when I first got out here. I am a certified maintenance tech, by the way. But he had game enough to compete and get on the field, and however he got interested in football. Same thing with LeBron James. Goat man. Oh, like saying that because what the goat symbolized, but goat man. He had to have be willing to get on the basketball court and compete and practice and play pickup ball and stuff like that. I know, you know what I mean, because you from 252. I know goddamn well you could play ball. I know you could shoot basketball. I know you could. I know you nasty with that pill, because I know where you're from, homeboy. So it's like that. That's all it is. That's all game is. So there's really, they go hand to hand. They go in the same sentence, because your dog is not gonna have prey drive if he's not willing to try to compete or try to get the animals or whatever he's, you know what I'm saying, game enough to do. You know what I'm saying? So I already know my dog is game. They master all to explain that to them. They already know how to read pedigrees and stuff like that, but they still so hateful. That's why you know this homeboy, like, except for Pokey, all the dogs that I put in my videos, those dogs in my fucking pedigree. On this one, I'm gonna have HYDES, our gang. See, that's why they looked at my pedigree so quick, homeboy. They went in that twig. They went in that twig. Our gang, you know the little rascals were our gang too, right? Our gang. It's a dog kennel, our gang. They had some rugged Eli dogs. All that shit is in my pedigree, man. My shit is loaded. My shit is loaded, B. I don't know why they just won't get a watchdog, or if they don't want to spend a lot of money on a game dog with all this watered down shit. All they gotta do is go to North Carolina and get a real game dog. They might fuck around and get that dog for like $150. I never sold my dogs for that. You know what I'm saying? But they might fuck around and get a game dog of high caliber, block head and everything, looking like your dog. Your dog got a nice head. So I guess what God was fishing for, emoji or whatever. It's sad how the people with these little ugly ass game dogs, when you look at their logos, they shit look like a correct bred game dog with a nice size head. Your dog don't pose like a goddamn bunny rabbit or no hound dog, typically. And if that shit is supposed to be racing, if it do, that shit supposed to be racer X. You know, around our way they'll joke you like that, especially if your shit ain't really, won't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't speed racing, they really gonna joke you. Cause the dog has a pencil head. You know what I'm saying? What they should do is get a screenshot of Sheba, who is a game dog, medium sized to small game dog, and use that as their logo. So you can see how, cause that's the type of dog that they want anyway. That's why they come at you like they do. You have a nice dog, bro. Your dog is straight game. I done expressed that with you, straight game. Straight game. The way when you be recording, he's sitting, watching everything that move. Anything that come up, he really look for an animal, but a person ain't even gonna come up on y'all acting wild while you recording. He's willing to have prey drive. And the clown ass dude, no, the clown ass sottish ass Negro, I'm gonna call it, fuck that. This sottish ass nigga already knew that before he chimed in, man. I appreciate all reprobates that chime in with me, man. And I'm glad how you responded well. You responded well, because that was a sottish ass question. Just to try to get at me. But that's what it is, man. And it's sad, the pathetic part about it is his masters, his fraternity masters have already expressed that to him. It's just like Conquistador Puny K9 says, like, you ready to go play ball? I'm game. We from New Bern, so you know we hoop, you know what I'm saying? We jumping out the roof and jumping out the gym and all that shit. Little niggas, you know what I'm saying? White boys too. We you know what I'm saying? We ball. You know what I'm saying? You gang, we gonna shoot some ball, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do. You know how we do, you know what I'm saying? It's just the willingness to have the ability to go play ball. His master already expressed that to him. That's why I wasn't gonna say nothing, bro. I wasn't gonna say nothing, bro. But your dog, all you gotta do is go outside and look at your dog. If you keep him in the house, whatever, and then that's game right there. That's straight game. Like my man said on Dead President. Now that's game. Sheba, now that's game. You got game and prey drive, bro. That's why they come at you like they do. The ones that do. I see a lot of people love Sheba. That's a beautiful dog, homeboy. That's a beautiful dog, homeboy. I like that dog, man. That's one of the best gamest dogs I've seen. Your dog has expressed game. I had one guy, I guess he tried to let me see his little undercarriage on his game dog with them little scratches on it and shit like that. First of all, that could come from insects. But you see those, like, if you go to the boot and you see the dog kennels and they'll throw a toy in there and stuff like that. That's how I end up with my boy. He had little nicks and knacks on his face like that too. You know what I'm saying? But that's nothing to brag about. That means that your dog couldn't keep whatever it was off his head and face. You know what I'm saying? If you go ask about my dog Mussolini, my Kobe dog, top and bottom, you know what I'm saying? He didn't ever have no scratches on him, and he competed. He competed, man. He was racing, bro. Ask about him. Mussolini, my dog Mussolini, man. He didn't have scars or nothing on him, man. And not everybody survived the course with him. You know, when you competing, you know, it's just like, you know, so I gotta have an oxymoron. You know, it's like when y'all bless the dead, when Reggie Lewis was competing. I saw that national televised game, and he was competing, and for whatever reason, physicalities, you know what I'm saying, what happened to him on the court, you know what I'm saying, it was a course, you know what I'm saying. Y'all bless the dead, you know what I'm saying. That's the best example I can do, you know, with these federales up here, man, these reprobates. But back to Drew Brees from the 36, man. He out from out here. Don't surprise me what he said, bro. Don't surprise me what he said, man. Like Skip said, man. Skip a good dude, man. That's how the people that found this country, that's their ideology about God. God, the Lord God, the Lord God. I got people in my family, the Lord, they can't do nothing. Christians and white people too come back, everything goes back to God and the country, because this is all God has. The Lord God is the anointed cherub that covereth. He has them covereth, but that time is over with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is, man. That's not surprising, but yeah, just like he had, Drew Brees had the willingness to be the star quarterback he was at Westlake, and Nick Foles. You know what I'm saying? I never liked Drew Brees, man, and not because he's a division rival of my Panthers. Just never felt him like that. You know what I'm saying? We know where we from, but you got to have at least a decent judge of character, man. This shit rough out there. You know where we from, man. Shout out to Eastern North Carolina, man. Shout out, man. I just don't shout out the exact spots and hood like that, homeboy. We know what it is, man, because they so federales, they reprobates, man. You see they up there talking about gay dogs and shit, man. That's the type of man Drew Brees is. He's a reprobate. A reprobate is a reprobate. But they held him down. He held a lot of shit down. Now everybody talking about Jameis now. They should have kept Bridgewater there, but Bridgewater be starting somewhere. I think he's in Tampa or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is on that, man. But he's a reprobate. You know what I'm saying? It's like Skip said. I'm gonna just comment what the good white man said. You know what I'm saying? Who one of one? He's gonna be like our spiritual brothers, man. When we go to the next level, it's gonna be guys like that. They're gonna be our spiritual brothers. They can never be our brothers in the flesh, but they'll be our spiritual brothers, and that's more important. That's more important. It's all about spirituality and the next level. But it's like he said, it's like he said, it was, I don't know, I would have to go back and look at it again, man. Like I said, my dog came to the, where I was at in the house and shit, and came and barking and shit like that. This motherfucker think he lasted, bro. I ain't lying to you, man. He think he lasted, really. You know how the smart ones be. He think he lasted, really, man. But that was fucked up, yo. But it didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me about Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? I never been a fan of him. I was out there in the boot, man. And you know, they sell them shirts like that. Them shits be hot too, man. They screen print shirts and shit like that. Them shits like they come out of like straight off the factory. Something like, they look like the shits like Steve Francis be doing. But Steve Francis still getting that bread. All the team logo shirts, like LeBron them be wearing, and KG and all them wore, and everybody wear with the warm up tee. Steve Franchise making those shits. Been doing them for a minute. But I didn't even want her to get that, not because he's a white boy, but it's crazy how the people that were selling them shirts, they were talking about Drew Brees, you know, he just last year. Okay, that's why I guess he was coming back or whatever, or before he retired, he coming back, and this, that, the third, and this, that, and the third. I was trying to get an Albert Kamara shirt, not just because he's black or anything like that. It's not about the races. The devil, the white man is responsible for the races. The whole world was black. Anthropology evidence proves that. But that man out here, he working out on his own. He pulling trucks and shit, man. Dude, diesel. And I like his work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I like his running style and everything. I done ran a football before. You know what I'm saying? We from 252, man. So, you know, I wasn't no star athlete like that. I was good enough to get in the game and make plays. That's it. That's it. But, you know, I've ran that tater. You know what I'm saying? So I know what it's like, you know. But yeah, that's crazy, man. But yeah, that's the thing on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he knew that before he even asked that. He just had to get, man, I love it, man. I love the energy, man. Truth brings energy. That's what's so much fucking energy right now in the earth, man. I love it. I love it. The truth is coming out slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, man. Slowly but surely. But the truth is, man, your dog has plenty of game and play drive. Prey drive. Man, I knew that when I seen your fucking dog, man, that girl, man, that fucking Jip, man, ran a rabbit off the scene, man. Like something off a karate movie. If you ever seen the Shogun Assassin when that ninja bitch get away from my man. You know, the one where he with the stroller and the karate movie, he got the kid when he told her choose the ball or choose the sword. If you choose the ball, you know he would join his mother at death. You know that shit, the Wu-Tang sample, but that's a good karate movie. Man was a bitch in that movie, man, and she got away from him. She knew she couldn't beat him, but she was nasty, so she did a couple of moves and flipped backwards and ran backwards out the scene. That's how it looked like your dog chased that rabbit off the scene, man. And I know, man, from the experience, that's why they hate it, man, the experience, man. I know if your fucking dog was at least 30 yards closer without making the rabbit scramble off, your dog would have ran that rabbit down, especially in the open field. I used to let one of my boys chase rabbits in Pembroke. That was my turtle buster dog. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all the dogs I talk about and shit like that, G, man, them dogs being my pedigree, man. HYDES, Satch, all that shit, man. Our gang dogs, so many Eli dogs. Never been fascinated with the Eli bloodline because when in different competitions I competed against the shit that was straight bred Eli all the way out through, man, that shit got rolled the fuck over, man. I ain't lying, man. I ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? We took the collars off, man. There's no denying that, man. There's no denying that. That was, we were kids, man. I'm fucking grown as hell now. I was a kid, so it's whatever with me. That's why I never use the non-fiction or fiction, because motherfuckers know that shit is fiction anyway. It's fiction anyway, so they got to say, you know what I'm saying, they got to put that out there anyway, and then it saves them from, they could go ahead and do their little snitch moves on air and shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's the deal on that, man. All you gotta do is look at the end of your collar or go feed your dog right now. I haven't seen the other one that got hurt up a little bit and stuff like that. I haven't seen him too much like that, but I'm pretty sure if you feeding him, the same deal. Same deal. All you gotta do is look at your own dog, bro. Look at your own dog. That's game, straight game. I would express it to you, straight game. I didn't express that to you, man. I didn't even think about the prey driver because it all goes in the same thing. My dog is willing to keep dogs out his yard just because he's not acting all wild and crazy, and I don't have a video attached to that with the music and shit like that. To them, that's game. This is the new age, man. This is the end of days. So what they trying to do with the dogs and stuff like that, and the type of people they're trying to get in any congregated together, you know what I'm saying? That's the name of the big doomsday posse, man. You know what I'm saying? The Saudis Negroes don't even understand. That's why you notice he ain't say nothing about the facts. They don't never say nothing about the facts. And Puny K, now he don't really get into the facts like that, like I said in my last video, but he will get into the facts to cover up himself so he won't look like a total dumbass. Prime example, he said, and we already know the big dogs come from the small dogs. I can't tell. It's common sense. I mean, it's common sense, just like with the spirituality of the word. It's common sense. Of course, it was someone that was called the Messiah. Well, it really was called the Mashiach, but you know what I'm saying. Of course, but everything got flipped and tossed for a reason. And it's common sense why that's going on. It's sorcery involved in that. It's sick, man. The main part of their sorcery with the slave trade was about sex. Having sex with men, mocking the Most High. Like I said in one of my early videos, man, they came over here with hogs, dogs, and slaves, man. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't see too much let them game out today. I don't really let them fuck with the birds and shit like that too much, man. So, that's what it is on that, man. But yeah, he did sound like a Saudis Negro, man. That's why I didn't even comment on it, man. I appreciate him for chiming in, though. I appreciate everybody that chimes in. But I'm not trying to prove you wrong. Y'all are trying to satisfy y'all masters subliminally. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. There's so many ways to worship Edom. They got y'all worshiping Edom, and it's about to end. That's why I say Edom slaves are so fucking irritating, man. So fucking irritating. It's their slaves, man. It's the slaves. It's the slaves, man. It's the slaves, man. That's why I'm gonna start, like I said, I'm gonna start wearing my Luke Cage shit where he busting out the chains. And I meant to say Stan Lee. Stan Lee was very brilliant. I like writers like that. George Lucas, Stan Lee, and Steven Spielberg and stuff like that. A lot of the shit they just smack you in your face with your own spirituality and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you got the epitome of game, man. As far as the game dog style dogs that they have. You know what I'm saying? And your people that be in your channel, they let you know that. But you know you got your haters too. You know what I'm saying? They gonna hate us anyway, man. It's come from where we from. We from the game. That's why they can't never address that. Ain't nobody never fucking said that. Oh, it's not the game dog breed, the capital of the game. They ain't gonna never say you can't. Then the pros might get into it for real. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna say that. They gonna just sound stupid. I would never address it. But we from the game. We grew up in the game. That's why they can't tell us shit about game dogs. You can't tell me shit about game dogs. Cause you got Jocko, Red Boy, Boyers, Eli, Banjo, Yellow John, Yellow John, Yellow John, Yellow John, Yellow John, Yellow John, Yellow, Champion Yellow. Come on, man. That ain't how you breed. Like I try to tell him, get a Hallgrove pedigree. He has all those formulas with the gamers dogs from his era. Bred correctly, straight killers. All they got to do, instead of being cheap, because they're really being cheap, you know what I'm saying? Unless you in North Carolina and you spending not a lot of money on dogs, you're really being cheap. You're really being cheap. All they got to do is just spend more than $500-600 on a dog. That's all they got to do, man. Unless you in North Carolina, unless you at Fat Bills or something like that, you might spend a little bit of bread or something, and you should. You should. But like I told them on the video, they can go right to Winterville. Right to Winterville. That's just one spot I'm gonna leave. Right to Winterville and get a dog. At a good price, a good workers man price, and the shit is bred correctly. They can go to the boot and do the same thing, but they rather Bojangle with the shit, man. They not studying the dogs like that anyway, man. Common sense will tell bugging like a fool, foolery. I would call them foolish ways, man. Start your foolish ways, man. You're funnier than Ed Griffin. It's Spank's kitchen. You ain't in the woods, boy, cause you don't even compete. You in the kitchen, man. You in the kitchen, man. We gonna put some pressure on this coat today, baby. We gonna put some pressure on that coat, huh? We gonna put some pressure on it, man. We gonna put some pressure on it, make it ride, fool. Foolish ways. Since you want to be in the mix, you in the kitchen, daddy. What you know about it? What you know about it, man? It's an oxymoron, of course, man. It's an oxymoron, man. Nah, you out the kitchen, man. Come on, man. You still old from last time. Fuck out of here. Before we beat you up. Before we beat you up. We gonna beat you up, man. We ain't kid, we gonna beat you up, man. And we ain't gonna record it because we could really get in trouble then. We ain't gonna record it. But yeah, man, he already knew the answer to that anyway. Common sense will tell you if I'm showing you in plain view that my dog is animal aggressive. The people coming by with babies, he's not doing nothing. People coming by with a dog, it's on. And that's nothing. He have got out the fence on some shit like that. I done ran people out here with their dogs. I'm out here chasing my dog and shit. It ain't nothing to brag about because I didn't know that the fake gate was open. You know they about slick, man, and they smart as shit. We just came back in. I wasn't expecting that one. I had to run out there and get him one day like that. He was running people and their dogs. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing to brag about, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't meant to happen. Like I said, we'll put a camera up, man. But I ain't gonna be running around him too much, man. But shit, if I put a camera right there, every time he come out the gate, he looks cross over in that yard over there, cause it was something over there, and I didn't have him leashed up or nothing. I just was letting him out with ladies here early in the morning, still dark, you know. And man, he just took off, man. I think it was 2 deer, probably 2 deer. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I have seen coyotes and shit come through here too. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of coyotes, man, the stories about them dogs when they get on the leash, it's a lot of stories, man. Them dogs weren't little puny canines that was fighting back coyotes and stuff. Like, not saying that a canine A puny canine will not do that. But that was bigger dogs surviving, going up against coyotes and wolves and shit, and timber wolves and shit like that, man. Cause them little pencil head dogs, they got, if they had their game in it like it, because I know they don't got no game in them, they won't even let the dog chase a little animal. They won't even show the dog barking at another dog. All that shit is legal. You know what I'm saying? Them dogs don't got no game. To them, game, bro. To them, see, really, my dog or your dog and their mind sight and the way they are, and they reprobate mine, puny minds, just like they puny ass fucking dogs, hound dogs. They say, they tell you their dogs are hounds. What I'm saying about TG, that's true. They'll call the dogs hounds. And I think TG started doing that recently. They don't call, bro, you done been, we from the same place, bro. We from the same area, man. And you know, we done been all through the state and surrounding states in the southeast, right? All up and down the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? They don't call the dogs hounds that. You can go in Brooklyn, man. Shout out to UBU crew. Man, they not gonna call their dogs no goddamn hounds. They not got their dogs on the roof calling their dogs hounds. The Jersey boys don't either. You know what I'm saying? That's that country reprobate shit, man. Because they love hound dogs anyway. That's how the dogs got in the breeding of the hounds, supposedly overseas, and then in our home state, North Carolina. They mad. I said, Little J, that kind of came out wrong. I know his dogs are not bred of hound dogs, but goddamn, I'm not lying about what I said. It's the dog he had on the dog house, and I got a screenshot of a dog that's going crazy on one of the pinup or the thumbnail or whatever, the screen on his film. And that dog like a hound dog. No, I don't want a dog that looks like that. I've had game dogs that had heads like Sheba and Bilger. You know what I'm saying? I've been around good game dogs. But it's crazy, man. A lot of guys are professionals and shit, man. They don't chime in on this shit. They don't chime on with the guys. But you know what I'm saying? I can't help it. They reprobates. I'm from the gang dog capital of the game. Fuck this reprobate world. But let's get back to Drew Breezy. Cause I got a couple of homeboys, like I said, they love him. My ex-girlfriend love him. You know what I'm saying? She from out that way. And it is what it is. But it don't surprise me, because he's from the Dirty Six. They out here like that. It's good folks of all nationalities out here like that, but that's really the mentality of it. And it's like Shannon Sharp says, they're blind, and they're not. The worst thing is not a blind man. It's a blind man that is not trying to see. A blind man is better than a blind man that can see but not trying to see. And that's how Drew Brees is. That's how they are. They're not trying to see. That man answers his own question. His masters already told him that. He's with the puny K9 Doomsday, country ass Little J bullfroggers, hoggers. They out there trying to get some frog legs now. They got their dogs on the frog leg sandwiches and shit like that, man. They funny to me, man. They country as hell. I'm from the country too, but goddamn, these are some saddest country ass niggas. They out in colonial days, bro. So I wasn't even gonna